All right, so ever since I got these clothing racks, I'm sure you guys are getting familiar with them too. It's been super easy to make these collection videos, and this is something you guys have been asking for a little bit, and I figured I'd throw it together. As you can see, and obviously the title says, this is the Facade Showcase. This is everything that I have in hand from Facade, which is my brand, and if you're familiar with it, you'll recognize some of the pieces, like this, obviously already released. And then some stuff like this over here, you're kind of like, what's that? What's going on? I've teased or leaked some of this stuff, but this is also unreleased. I'm just going to be going over everything that I have in hand. Like even this is a sample for a blank that we're going to use for a design coming out September, I think, somewhere around then. So yeah, even this. But if you don't know what Facade is, it's my brand. I've been releasing designs. We started our first release, which is this. Also note that we're gonna go in chronological order, but we released this late January. I think like January 28th maybe was when we officially opened the shop, but it has been being worked on for the last like 2 years. I think 2 years ago we started working on what the name was gonna be. We had this super long list of possible names. And then Facade was like a clear front runner in the beginning. We kind of pocketed that. We were like, well, let's try to come up with a better one, or see if, you know, anything else stands up. And we just kept coming back to Facade, and we ended up picking that. And then I drew up this logo like, I don't know, probably like a year and a half ago. And actually we started thinking about it longer than 2 years ago. At this point, probably like 2.5, 3 years ago. But I'll get into the pieces. This is our bread and butter, I guess. I don't know. This is the main logo that we use. This is the frown logo. Obviously a smiley face, Facade, throw a flip on the name, make it a frown, which you'll see I do for some of the other pieces as well. I like throwing a little spin on the names, having fun with it. But yeah, we got this screen printed. This is a heather gray or silver gray blank, I think. We also did it in a heather gray for a wider release. But these actually, if you look close, these are ordered from Custom Ink. Hopefully it focuses, but yeah, we ordered these from Custom Ink. These were like the very first thing we ordered. This was ordered quite a while before the site actually went up. These were just to test it out, see what it would actually look like on a shirt, get an idea of it. And then we also have the Facade patch over here, which, you know, if it looks familiar, it's inspired by Carhartt, which is one of my favorite brands. So a little bit of inspiration going into every piece with that, because I don't know, I think it adds a cool touch to it. And then also these are champion blanks, which you'll see right here is another one, and I still have to sew the patches on, but a lot of them, like probably 95% of them, some of them come with production flaws and they won't have the patch, they'll just be missing. But I don't know, I always like to cover it up, and we have our patches, so cover it up with the patch. I know what you're thinking, no name tag or no custom like Facade tag. We're actually waiting on them. They're ordered, probably show up in a couple weeks. So hopefully start getting those on tees soon. Like I ordered like 300 of them, so we're gonna be using those for a while. Anyway though, yeah, this is the first thing we released. Ordered it way before. This is the first one that dropped. Or actually no, this wasn't the first one that dropped. The first one that dropped was the official release of it, which wasn't this colorway. We wanted to go with this colorway, but the screen printer couldn't get a hold of it. I guess they said it had been discontinued, so I don't know. But the one we went with for the initial release is a colorway that I didn't really care for. It's a little bit darker than this, and then the print came out a little bit more orange than this one as well. But I really like this version of it, this like the OG version. I just wish it weren't from Custom Ink and they didn't have their little thing there. But this is a true sample. We put these up on the site for 20 bucks instead of the usual 30 that we charge, just because some of them did have little production flaws, like a little hole in the printing. And then they do have this stamp up here from Custom Ink. So only charged 20 bucks for these, which I think is a good deal. These blanks are really expensive. They're really high quality, dense. Also, these champion blanks are a little bit oversized and boxy, so keep that in mind. A lot of these still have like 1 to 2 in stock, a lot of the ones I'll go over. So if you do like it, feel free to check out the website, which of course will be linked in the description down below. And then the Instagram will also be linked if you want to go support. So head over there, show me some love. And the next one we have up is another like really old design for us. This is the Heal Me tee, which spelled H-E-E-L because this is Achilles. It's an old portrait of him. Where's he at? He's dying right here. People holding him up. We flipped it upside down. It says Facade in an old English font, and it says dead inside, but very much alive. And this is another one that we got done through custom ink. This was ordered a really long time ago. I think if this might have actually been done before the Frown logo. This might have been the first set of samples we got. I only got 2 of these, and then they messed up on one of them, which is actually this one. This is the one that I wear. There's like a little ink that spat out right there, so I was able to finesse another free one, or another like replacement one, and then keep this one. So we got 3, but I think these were the very first Facade shirts that were made. And then when we did the wider release, I don't know, man, it's so hard to find a good screen printer. I guess DTG guy, I don't know if that's still considered screen printing. But yeah, the DTG guy we found for this did a terrible job. I wasn't happy with the finish that was done on it. And then also parts of the print were just like missing. It'd be like just complete shirt underneath, and it was inconsistent throughout. So like some dudes would be like missing an arm or like part of their neck. I was just really unhappy with it. So I didn't want to charge our usual 30 bucks. So once again, these went up for $20, and there's still 1 or 2 of them up on the site if you guys do like it. I think like large and XL maybe is what we got. But moving forward, we did probably the most painful design to make, and I didn't even make this one. So this is the pepper design, you know, obviously based on the Morton Salt Girl. But yeah, I drew up a sketch for this. I actually did a like behind the scenes video for it, which will be linked in the description down below, where I go way in depth of it. But yeah, since this was screen printed and it has 4 different colors, we got white, purple, navy, and yellow. After getting it from my friend who digitized it, they are also kind of like a new graphic designer. They graduated like a year or 2 ago from college. So I don't think they really knew or were familiar with maybe the screen printing process. And it was also my bad. I should have told them beforehand or had more knowledge of it. But everything needed to be split up into a separate layer, depending or based on color. So we needed those 4 layers, 1 for each color, because when they screen print, they take just the single color, they burn it to a screen, and then they'll take a squeegee, put the ink on, and then go to the next color, do the same thing. And it's a 1 at a time process, so you can't have all of those on one screen, so they need to be separated. I had never used the vector design software where you go in and split this stuff up before, so it was a massive pain. I could have had somewhere else do it, but they charged like $40 to get it done. And being a startup business, nothing is profits. Like, you're not making profits for a long time, so you gotta try to cut losses wherever you can. And it was a good learning experience, but it was time consuming, very, very, very time consuming. And then also we have the Facade patch on this tee because it is the Champion blank. We didn't put it on the Heal Me tees because it wasn't the Champion blank. We'll have the patches on stuff that isn't Champion blanks, but it's definitely going to be on all of the Champion blanks that you guys do see and the ones in the future. But yeah, this was difficult. We have a lot of these left in stock because we ordered a bunch of them since it was super expensive to do the screen printing, and we wanted to get a large amount of them so we could recoup our money that went into burning every screen. So we still got like 8 of these left, I think. Not that they're not selling bad, but we still have a lot of these in stock. And another thing I'll mention is that we actually got this in 2 different colorways. Like, I had my friend do up 2 different colorways for this. We were originally going to do the navy colorway and a white colorway releasing at the same time, but since it was so expensive, the white colorway is being pushed back until April 2022. So 1 year after. Moving forward, we have something you guys have probably seen before, something that I really like. This is the first puff frown logo that we did. These sold like crazy. You guys bought these out super quick. But yeah, these are the frown puff logo. This specifically is the friends and family colorway. So what I did was I ordered black on black was the like general release, and I wanted to test out some of the white blanks for an upcoming release that we have, an upcoming design that we have. So I ordered a couple of just the same design printed on a white because I wanted to see how the white looked. And yeah, so it became a friends and family. I only had like 5 of them. We got the facade patch on the sleeve, of course, the puff print. This one actually came out with a production flaw too. There's like a little indent down here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is the one that I was wearing in the Steven interview and a bunch of other videos. It really looks good on camera. Like in person it looks good too, but it really pops on camera. I like it. This is a cool design. Probably eventually get a general release too, but we've got a bunch of different colorways for this type of stuff planned for the future. Like I mentioned, this is the general release one. This is the black on black. Against the black blank, because the black blank's a lot darker, it does look like a lighter print, but they're actually just the same color. It's a little bit of like a visual trick that your brain plays on you just because of the background that you see the design against. And then we have the facade patch on the sleeve. But yeah, if you guys really like these, the puff print flew. There's going to be more puff print stuff in the future, or actually there's already more puff print stuff. After that we did this is the miserable design, designed by the miserable guy. He's been in the RevCom subreddit for a long time, been doing designs just like for fun for us, and reached out to him, asked him to make this design based on one of the ones that he made for RevCom that I really liked. So he threw this together, and then it became the miserable design. This is also done in puff print, but because it's so like such a skinny design, it's not super puffed. If you go and feel it, you can definitely feel that it's raised, but yeah, not as puffy as the actual like frown tees because there's less surface area going on. And then this one's kind of cool because it debuted our black on black patch, which this like set of patches right here that I have on this one for the blank, or the lookbook one. This is my lookbook one. Pretty much all these are what I wear in the lookbook, so when I throw it on, I'm not going to sell it, so it just goes in the rack. But anyway, we got our patches, which I ordered from Dutch Label. I don't know if that's a bad thing to tell you guys where I'm getting my patches from, but I get them from Dutch Label, and I ordered it. I wasn't happy with how it turned out. It didn't turn out exactly like the design, so I messaged them. They redid it, and the new ones look a lot better, but this is the one that I took for the production picture because I was crunched for time. But yeah, I like these. Miserable design. The guy also does a lot of designs for 99, the 99 gallery, or 99, I'm not sure exactly the technical name, but moving forward, we also have the white miserable design, which this one is unreleased. You guys may have seen it in my picture with Revenge Gallery on Instagram. I showed it, and it's also kind of funny because somebody commented on the release post for the other miserable design, and they're like, yo, this is hard, but you should also do a white on, or a red on white would look way crazier or something like that. And it's kind of funny because we ordered them both at the same time. It's just cheaper to do that. So as you'll see, we got some more colorways, and it's kind of the same thing. We've been doing that, and yeah, this one's cool. I like this one. I think I might like the red on white more. And then we have the champion patch on the side, which will be covered up. I've tried removing these before, and it's just too much of a pain. And then once you put the patch over it, one, you can't see it, and you can still feel it if you go like play with it, but it's just not noticeable at all, in my opinion. All right, so before I forget, we also have these, which are the lighters. There's Zippo lighters. We started off with the Give 'em Hell lighter. I hope that's focusing. If not, I might be too lazy to put product images. Just go over to the Instagram, or the website has the archive, which has everything sold out. And then we also have this one, which is the Superstar lighter, which you will see this design used in the future. We're gonna put this on here, actually, not the star, but the top design, that logo will be on this blank exactly. So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, these are sold out. They sold pretty fast. These ones selling a little bit slower, but we only got 2 of them left up on the website. So if you want a Zippo, this is gonna be the only Zippo we're releasing for a long time, since we already did 2. Next one probably won't be for a while. So if you do want one, get it while it's hot. All right, next up we have long sleeve, which This is the Carpenter long sleeve, which you will see in a second because of the design on the back. We branched out onto a different blank, and this is actually pigment dyed. So if you do buy one of these or one of the future ones that we release, be careful when you wash it because it will bleed a little bit for the first couple washes. So wash it with, you know, same colored stuff or just by itself so it doesn't bleed into, especially something that's like white or a light color like that. But on the front, we have this little Jesus fish. We called this the Freak design. And this is actually up on the website. We have this for the kind of like header logo that's going on. If you're not familiar with it, it's the Jesus fish. Usually it says Jesus inside. And then we have Facade instead. And then on the back, to tie it all together, we got JC himself up on an F. And it's funny because this one got so much hate on Reddit. As I have a Reddit account for the brand, and I'll post like teasers and stuff to try to do a little bit of promo and then just see what people think of designs. And I knew this one was going to be a little bit harder to sell, but I really liked it, so I wanted to sell it anyway. And somebody said they're like, yo, you can't just take Jesus and put him on the first letter of your no-name brand. And it's like, okay, dude, well, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't really care. But yeah, this one got a lot of hate. And you'd go and look at the profiles for the people making these comments, and they were active in like r/Christianity, which I thought was funny. But yeah, I really like this. Maybe a little bit harder to wear out in public. I don't know. I don't know if it's like an edgy design because it's just him up on a cross. It's not like, I don't know. But I like it. I rock it all the time. Nobody's been like, you can take that off or anything. But yeah, I also love the color too. Boysenberry. It's fun to say. I love this purplish color with the red on it too. And then we also have this on a black blank done in white. And you might have seen this one in Steven's Instagram story or on his Instagram story. Steven's Revenge, the graphic designer for Revenge, Steven Robinson. Got the same thing going on, probably a little bit easier for you guys to see on camera with the contrast of the white on black. And then on the back, we got the same thing. And yeah, this one will release eventually, not till the fall though. But yeah, this one also exists, which I really like. I like this one. All right, so moving forward, getting into more unreleased stuff, which everything but the hat is going to be unreleased. These are coming up super soon. Hopefully I can get the video up before these release so you guys are aware of them. We have the Champion shorts, which have the puffed frown logo, the puff outline frown logo on the bottom. So here's the front view. You get half the frown up on your thigh. The back view, you get the other half. It's a common placement, you know, like the Nike shorts will have the big swoosh there, or the Revenge like Arc logo water shorts, they'll have the Arc logo here. So that's what we got going on. Forget if I mentioned it was puff or not. I probably did, but yeah, we got this nice puff print going on. I also want to do embroidery for something like this, but I want to find a good nylon short instead of like a cheap sweat short blank. Instead of these, I'm guessing. But yeah, also important to note, I know, no pockets on these, which is kind of a pain, but they're super comfortable, really nice for just lounging. Or you could be like me and pick up a shoulder bag so you can rock the shorts and then just toss everything in your shoulder bag, or carry around a backpack or something, or practice disconnecting from technology. Don't carry around your phone. I don't know, but yeah, since there are no pockets on the shorts, these are going to be cheap. They're going to be $30, I think, and they cost us over $20 each blank. So yeah, keep that in mind. And the shorts we release in the future that do have pockets are going to be more expensive, so don't sleep on these, please. All right, so since I mentioned the hat, I'll pull it out next. This is the Facade outline trucker cap, which has the same design that we just saw right here. I'm sure you guys have seen this before if you frequent the channel. I'm always rocking these. I actually found out about this blank from Sakami. I ordered one of their hats and they had the little tag inside that had the I don't know what it'd be, the blank number, the style number. So I looked that up and then found these and I was like, yo, dope. Got it embroidered. There are 4 or 5 of these left on the site. So I don't know. I want to do more truckers, but it'll probably be a while just because they didn't sell very quick at first, but then they started selling pretty good. So it might be a little bit before we do more truckers, but there definitely will be more in the future. And I like these. It's a nice blank. I think they're pretty cheap. Are pretty reasonable. I think they're $30 and like $5 ship. Everything on the website only has $5 shipping, so if you're concerned about the price of a product before you add it to the cart, keep in mind it's only $5 shipping, which I think is really cheap. I don't think you can really find shipping that cheap anywhere else unless it's free, so keep that in mind. All right, so the last thing, or the last two pieces I want to talk about, are just the same design in two different colorways. And this is something I've been looking forward to for a very long time, and I've been working on for a very long time, and probably our most elaborate design. It's not finished yet either. This is the Vamp work shirt. So this is in an XL, which all of these are either like large or XL. So the graphics on them are going to be the smallest, or they're going to look the smallest compared to the blank that they will. So like this is on an XL. If this was a small, it's still going to be the same size design, but it's going to look a lot bigger because, you know, the blank is smaller. But anyway, this is a 14-inch wide puff print design that we got going on in the back. It says Facade Workwear because this is a work shirt, and it's done in a puff print. But because I don't know if you guys can tell, the work shirt blanks are just kind of like breathable, so the puff ink kind of settled into the fabric a little bit, and when they puff it, it got this really interesting effect, which I actually like it. It reminds me of a Supreme trench coat that I got, but instead of being kind of like a puffed out, it's just kind of like a rubberized raised print, which I think works a lot better actually for the work shirt. So I was actually kind of it was a happy accident, or whatever Bob Ross says. But yeah, you can kind of see how it, you know, shows up on the back. But yeah, I really like this. The Vamp logo, this is actually a tweak on the Freak logo that I just showed off for the long sleeves, where we just removed the fish and then we stretched it out a little bit and then gave it these fangs. That's why we called it the Vamp logo. And then yeah, I hand drew this workwear font going on, digitize that, and then flip it over on the front. We will also have custom name tags that go right here. They're gonna be embroidered, but they'll just go right here. They're gonna be, I think, 1.5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. So it should be a pretty good size like that or something. And it's gonna be in black. And then the center is it's gonna have a white background. It's gonna be outlined with a black border. And then the inside is gonna say Facade in cursive. So it'll tie together the work shirt design. You know, a work shirt's got to have a little name tag like that, but I really like these. I think these look dope. I think it really stands out well on the black colorway as well. I think, you know, this is another one that I was really happy with. But in terms of release, this is going to release, the light blue colorway will release next month. I think it's like 3 weeks out as of shooting this, probably like 2 weeks out as of uploading it. And then this one is going to be like 3 months out. So if you want one, get the light blue, maybe pick this one up when it drops later. But this is the black colorway. It's the same thing we got going on. I think it, you know, once again, just pops really well against the black. Not to say that the light blue, like the light blue is just a classic one. But yeah, I like that we're doing multiple colorways now. It's cool. But yeah, flip it around. We're gonna get that patch right there, right up here. Gonna be the same color. But yeah, the next month and a half are hanging up right here. And I think the next 5 months are planned out. So keep an eye out for that. Once again, everything's gonna be linked in the description down below. If you guys did like anything, you can go check to see if there's stock of it in your size. The Carpenter long sleeve, I think we got like all sizes left, and then everything else is getting down to like 1 or 2 sizes only. So don't sleep, show some love. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll catch you in the next video.